Hey y'all, I wanted to come on here before y'all saw the video to put out a disclaimer. This video was filmed a week and a half ago or so. So this was filmed before Bowser was put to sleep. I made a community post on my YouTube in which I explained that Bowser was put to sleep on Thursday, which was the 17th of October. Today is the 21st, which is Monday. And this video was filmed way before that. So before y'all go into this video and see me like happy and smiley and all that good stuff, like, you know, regular princess, I wanted to explain why that was. We are still very much affected with the fact that Bowser is no longer here with us, and we are still processing and dealing with that. I did want to edit this video to put a video out. I am going to start a vlog maybe tomorrow, maybe, or something. I'm just trying to make sure that I give myself time, but I didn't want y'all to see this video and then to have saw that post and was like, she obviously doesn't give a fuck, and that's not the case at all. Like, I love my dog and miss him immensely, a lot, and the house definitely feels very empty without him. I will explain what happened with Bowser in the vlog that I will be starting and everything. There's not really much to tell in the sense. He just declined very quickly, but I'll explain all that in a different video. For now, before you go into this small book recommendation video, I wanted to just give that disclaimer so there wasn't any confusion on whether or not I felt some type of way or something. Definitely do miss my dog a lot. And oh, I want to definitely thank everybody who has reached out. I've got a lot of messages, a lot of comments and everything, so I really appreciate that. I know that y'all loved Bowser just as much as we did, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, but I'll let y'all go ahead and get to the video. I'll see y'all later. Okay, bye. Hey y'all, hey cousins. How's it going? How's your mind? How's your body? How's your heart? I hope that you're doing well. This video is just like a little quick kind of taste video in the sense of I saw that there was a need for some small book recommendations. I'm assuming the reason why that is because the end of the year is coming and we're all trying to meet that Goodreads goal, whatever it is. I already met mine. You know, there's that. But there are a lot of people who want to get some quick reads in, out, done type thing. So I have the perfect books to talk to y'all about. I have some short books that I've read, a series that I am a good portion of the way into. I got some manga and I got some graphic novels, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I will definitely link down below, or I'll put the books down below. I'm not gonna put every book, I'm just gonna put, like, if it's a series, I'm gonna put the series and such, but if it's just a standalone or whatever case be, I'll just put the book down there for you. Sounds great. We're gonna go ahead and get started. The first book I'm going to talk about is actually a book that I'm reading right now at this very moment in time, and that is When Among Crows by Veronica Roth. So I am loving this book. It's not very long, so under 300 pages definitely, but it is so good. What's crazy about this is the fact that it's like an urban fantasy, and I don't like urban fantasies at all. And the reason why I say it's an urban fantasy is because it's set like in our world, because like some of the stuff that is talking about are things that we know about type thing, but it's like magical type of thing. So I don't exactly know what's going on because there's like different points of views, and like you're with this monster hunter guy who is trying to get to Baba Yaga, and in order for him to get to Baba Yaga he has to go through all these other types of monsters, and he has like this flower that can like heal, or it's really complicated, but good. It's not like bad complicated, it's good complicated. So I am not done with this, but I'm fairly short. I'm gonna be giving this probably about like 4 stars or so, but I'm really enjoying this. So I heard great things about it, which is why I picked it up, and I heard Veronica Roth talk about it, which is why I picked it up. I talked about this in my October TBR as well, so I will link that down below and up top for you if you want to check that out. But I'm really enjoying this. The next book is a dark romance. And that is The Never King by Nikki St. Crow. So I have the first one and the second one. I haven't got to the second one yet, but y'all, when I tell y'all this is a dark romance retelling of Peter Pan, it's dark. So go into it knowing that. But basically in a gist, Peter Pan has been stealing the darlings, the darling girls and such. And once he kind of is done with them, he sends them back, and then when he sends them back, they're kind of broken. So now I'm not exactly sure what her name is. I'm gonna assume it's probably Wendy. I don't think so though, because I think this is Wendy's daughter. But nevertheless, now that it's her 18th birthday, she is expecting to be stolen away. The same thing happened to her mother and her grandmother, so she already knows what's going on. But a lot of people don't believe her and think that she's just gonna lose her shit. So there's that. She is eventually stolen away. I don't want to go into any more than that. I just want y'all to understand that it is a very dark romance, but I really enjoyed it, which is saying a lot because I don't really normally enjoy things like that. But I really like this, and I cannot wait to read the second one. The second one's actually gifted to me. I don't remember by who, but thank you so much to you if you gifted it to me. But I will be continuing on. I just haven't yet. Oh, I did read her other one. Oh, it's out. I know it's out. I think it may be out. I read it as an ARC. I'll put it up right here, but I think, I don't know what the title is. I can't think of it right now. But nevertheless, it is a Captain Hook and Crocodile and Wendy type of situation going on there. So we got like some poly dark stuff going on. I really liked it. I think I gave it like 3.5-ish, 4 stars or whatever. It was another dark romance, and from what I can see by Nikki St. Crow's backlog, a lot of her romances are dark, but I really like this one. I liked The Never King more than this one, but nevertheless, there's this one too if you want to check it out. It's just as short as The Never King. So the next book I'm talking about is under 300 pages, and it is a thriller type of thing. It's probably the best way, a mystery type of thing, and that is Confessions by, is it Tanae? Kane, maybe? I'm so sorry. But this was gifted to me as well by Paulina, so thank you so much to her for that. But this follows a teacher, and every single perspective in this book is like a different student, and how the events of what happened and what is going forward is affecting the entirety of these different students. So this teacher's daughter died, and one of the students killed her. So she's seeking revenge on the student who did this, but in the sense it's also affecting other individuals. And it was so good, and it was written so well, and how it played out, it was very strange. Like the different perspectives being like the different individuals, and it wasn't just like the teacher, then the student, and then like other students, like the teacher, the student's sister, like another student, and like all these different things. And it was really good. Highly recommend. I still have it, even though I know what's going on and such, because of how good it was. I don't normally keep thrillers after I finish them, but this was so good, so highly recommend, and it's very quick. The next book I'm going to talk about is an ARC, and it was given to me by Penguin Teen, so thank you so much to them for sending this to me, and that is Black Girl You Are Atlas. And this is a poetry collection type of thing, but it's really short, and it's very hard-hitting and informative. I have so many notes in here, and sticky notes, and just lines that were just powerful, and and then there's like art in here. I really enjoyed this. I still have it because I still look back on some of the lines just to get like, no, just to feel something, I guess is probably the best way to put that. But it was beautifully written and greatness and good like black representation in here. So I do highly suggest. I'm pretty sure it's out by now if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's February 2024. So it's out and such. So if you want to check this out, you definitely should. Thank you again, Penguin Teen, for sending this to me. I loved it. It was so good. The next book I want to talk about, I actually just finished like earlier this month. It was one of the first books I read, and it was on my October TBR, and that is You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Caitlin Barron. So I read this. This is like a slasher thriller horror kind of. It's YA, so there's that. Go into it knowing that. And there's also great representation in here as far as LGBTQIA plus representation. So this book follows a girl named Charity, and she works at this camp, right? But the camp has like this really horrific history, and so the owner of the camp decided to make it into like a scare place type of thing. Like you pay to go to this camp and get scared and such and everything. But then like actually real stuff start to happen, and actually people actually start to die and disappear and everything. This got very dark probably about halfway into it, actually probably before halfway into it. It was like very creepy. This is another book that's under 300 pages. Most of these are, and it was really good. I love Caitlin Barron's other books anyway, so I knew I was probably gonna like this. I will not be keeping this though. This is this will be unhauled. I've only kept it this long because I wanted to film this video. So I do recommend, if you really like slashers set at a camp, and it's a little dark and scary and creepy shits and cults. I'm not gonna go into it anymore. I'm just gonna say that. So there you go. The next book is a romance that I read, and I bought it because I didn't have it physically. So I bought it, and I cannot wait to reread it. It is still under 300 pages, but it's so good. Highly recommend. And that is Only for the Weak by Natasha Bishop. This is so good. So good. Buy it. Like just go buy it. Buy it. Go buy it. Get it from the library, read it, fall in love with it, and then buy it. Whatever the case may be, just go read it. Like, that is the point. So this book follows Janelle, right? And she is hosting this getaway and stuff because her sister is getting married. Her sister is getting married to her ex-boyfriend, so there's that. While on this little getaway before the wedding ceremony and stuff like that, it's a group of friends, so it's like Natasha, what? It's Janelle, her sister, and two other girls, and then like the fiance, and then his friends type of thing. The fact that they are all black, the fact that they are all very successful in the sense of like they're entrepreneurs. Janelle is an OBGYN, business owners, game developers. Like, oh, it was so good to see that type of representation. And Rome, the main male character in here, like the love interest, who he literally rents out a boat for her because she said that she wants to read on the beach, and she just hasn't got a chance to because she's been really busy planning everything and such. He rents out a fucking yacht for her just for her to read. It was like, hey babe, go ahead and read. I was like, oh, give them to me, give them to me. But so good, highly recommend. The next book I'm going to talk about is Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. This again is under 300 pages, and this is like kind of like a gothy dark fantasy type of, I don't know the best way to explain it. It's really good. Like, this is probably, no, I read something else by T. Kingfisher before it as well, but I love T. Kingfisher's books. Like, they are always so like magical and whimsical, but always have like a dark overlay over it. So it's like a gothic fantasy, kind of like a adventure type of book. This follows Mara, who's a princess, and her older sister was married off to a prince, and then she finds out that this prince is doing things to her sister. So while Mara was sent off to be like a nun type of thing, the sister, she wants to save her sister. So in order for her to save her sister, she has to like get like a bone dog and like go to the goblin market and get something from there. And then there's like a group of them, and there's like a witch that has like a evil demon chicken. And there's a lot, but it is really good, and I highly suggest. And you know, again, really quick, second to last book before we get to the series, that is Come For Me With Apples by Katarine, maybe? M. Valenti. I'm so sorry I pronounced that wrong. This book, while it's so short, this is so short, it was so good. I heard about this book from actually Kayla from Books and Lala, and so good. You have no idea what is going on through most of this book. Up until maybe like the last 20 or so pages. You're just like, what the fuck is happening? And once you figure it out, like once you get to the end and it's like explained what happened, you're like, oh, interesting. I gave this book 5 stars. I'll probably be rereading it soon as well because it was so good. It was so good. And it's a retelling, and that's all I'm gonna say. I don't go into it anymore because like literally it's not long at all. So I don't want to spoil it whatsoever. I want to say, yeah, it's under 100 pages. So just, it's so good. It's very strange, it's very weird, and you're gonna be confused through 80% of it until you get to the end and you're like, oh, interesting. It's so good. So good. Highly suggest. The last book that I want to talk about, I'll put it up right here, and that is the Robot and Monk series by, fairly sure it's Becky Chambers. I don't have them with me because I read them via ebooks, but they are so good. So good. There's 2 of them. So I read them both, and I consider that a finished series because I don't think there's another one coming, but if there is, then so be it. But as of right now, there hasn't been anything about a 3rd one coming, but they're so good. They're so life transforming, yet you get to see things from like a different perspective. So this follows a monk and a robot, but this monk like leaves their job to become like a tea monk. And in that, they kind of are still not content with their life. So while they're out and such, they run into a robot. Now, robots are well known in this world, but they kind of took a hiatus and they don't want anything really to do with humans type thing. There's like this whole back history and history lore with the robots and humans. So seeing this robot around, or this robot with this monk, they everybody's like, oh my gosh, like they're back. It's kind of like seeing something that you know exists, but you have never seen it before. Like, you know it's there, but you just never seen it, right? And they kind of decide to go do stuff together. I don't really want to go much more into it because it's also very short, but they're both very good. And this also has excellent LGBTQIA plus representation. Obviously, you heard me say that the monk is I use they them pronouns because in the book they use they them pronouns. So yeah, very, very good. Highly recommend. The next series I want to talk about is the Wayward children's series, which consists of Every Heart a Doorway, which I've read. This is book 1. Down Among the Sticks of Bones, which is book 2, also read. Beneath the Sugar Sky, which is book 3, which I've also read. In an Absent Dream, which is book 4, which I've read. Come Tumbling Down, which is book 5, which I have read. Across the Green Grass Fields, which I've read, which is book 6. Where the Drowned Girls Go, which is book 7, which I have read. Lost in the Moment and Found, which is book 8. I have not read this. Or Mislaid in Parts Half Known, which is book number 10. Oh, 9. Book 9. I haven't read books 8 or books 9. But these books are so tiny and so quick. I want to say that the audiobooks are like 4 hours. So if you listen 2 times speed, it's like 2 hours type thing. And they are kind of all connected, yet there's parts that are like prequels and not connected but also connected. I don't know the best way to explain it, but the first one being Every Heart a Doorway is set at a school in which is ran by a woman who has gone to a different world and has come back. and when these children go into these different worlds and they come back, they're not the same when they get back. So then the parents take them to this school type of thing. There is this mystery going on at the school in the first one. I don't want to go into what that mystery is, but there's a mystery going on in the first one, and then the second one is a prequel. The third one is set after the first one, and then the fourth one, I don't really want to go into the timeline of it. Maybe I can find a picture that shows like how, well, not how, shows which ones are connected and like what the timeline of these books are. Maybe that'll be helpful for you. But nevertheless, I highly suggest. They're very quick. There's a lot of them. You can probably read them all probably over the span of like a weekend, and you'll be good. And you'll have 9 books down on your Goodreads goal. Okay, so now that we've talked about books, I want to talk about mangas. I know that there are some mangas that are really big, like the One Piece, like combined mangas are really huge. So I'm not going to talk about those because those can take some time, probably like some hours to get through type thing. The ones I'm going to talk about, you can read one volume in like 30 minutes type thing. So we're going to talk about those. The first set being The Savior's Book Cafe Story in Another World. There are 5 of them. I have all 5 of them. I've read 3 of the 5 and it's perfection. It's set at a bookstore in this magical world, and there are like these saviors and such, but it's really good and it's really cute, and there's like a little romance, not until like book 2 type of thing, but it's really good. Highly suggest. And they're like, you know, very quick and such. There's not like super amounts of words on the pages, so you can probably get through one of these in 30 minutes, if that. The next one is Spy Family. I have 2 through 12 right here. I don't know where my 1 is. It's around here somewhere, but these are super cute. I'm pretty sure you've heard about these because there's an anime of these as well, but I love these. I've read up to, oh, there's one right there. I don't know why it's right there in the middle, but there is one right there. I read up to 5. I think I read up to 5. So I definitely need to read the rest of these, which is 6 through 12. It's really cute. It's super cute. I love it. They're a lot of fun. Very quick as well. Last but not least of the mangas, we have Whisper Me a Love Song. These ones. And there are 8 out right now. As far as I know, there's 8 out. I pick them up as soon as I see them. These have LGBTQIA plus representation. I love these. I read up to book 3 maybe, so I have quite a few to go. So I'm really excited to read the rest of these, but I highly suggest them. You can probably get through these in a couple hours as well. So those are the animes. Now we're gonna go into the graphic novels. I have the Tea Dragon Society, and then the Tea Dragon Festival, and then the Tea Dragon Tapestry. I've only read these 2. I have not read the last one yet. These are so fucking cute. So cute. Also has LGBTQIA plus representation. Like, that's crazy. A lot of the books I talk about have that representation, which is great. It's good. It's good. There's also ASL representation in here as well, American Sign Language. So anyways, these are really cute, super quick. Like, these 3 probably wouldn't even take you an hour to get through, if anything, but they are so cute. Highly suggest. And last but not least, we have Lord Olympus 1 through 7. 1 through 7. Oh my god, they are so heavy, so we're just gonna put those down. I've read 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have not read 5, 6, or 7, but I love them. They are based in Greek mythology, so you have like Hades and Persephone type of thing, and they're like going in and out of whether or not like they love each other and stuff and everything. There's like some crazy stuff that goes on in there. There is a fairly heavy topic that goes through the books, so I highly suggest you look into that, which is basically consent and such, and sexual assault. So I would definitely look into those triggers before reading these if that is something that is a trigger to you. So Yeah, but they're really, really good. So those are all of my small book recommendations. Yes, some of the mangas and graphic novels are well over 200-300 pages, but they're very quick, which is the point. So I will leave all this stuff in the description, and I highly suggest you check them out. I went through as much as I can as far as like the ones that I've read. I do still have a couple short books that I haven't read myself, so I don't want to recommend something I haven't read myself. But if you would like to see a part 2 of this, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so much for watching and being here. I really appreciate you. Okay, cool, I gotta go. Okay, cool, bye.